again to the MDL Changsha Major. We're going to be taking a look at our first game of the second round of the second day. It's Infamous facing off against iG.Vitality. I'm Lyrical, joined as well by the wonderful Lacoste Dota. How you doing, my man?
I'm good, man. I always love how you hype it up for me. It's just I'm wonderful, I'm beautiful, I'm whatever, man. I'm that all these words we can use to describe the game that we love.
Yeah.
This is a wonderful game. This is a beautiful game, and we have Infamous against iG.Vitality. Visp is still in the pool. I can't believe how strong this hero is. It just fits this new meta that we are playing in with the recent patches. Like, the hero feels way too strong because he's getting so much levels. He's getting to that level 10, the XP gain talent, and once he gets to level 15,
yeah,
it just feels so overpowered. I'm not sure that that talent should be in game. Like, it feels way too strong in my opinion. I always love to bitch about things that are maybe overpowered, but that's just me.
Yeah.
We're going to have to deal with it.
I'm with you. I'm dealing, man. Well, yeah, it's an interesting point because you do have to just sort of design your draft around it. Like we saw, maybe not though, because in game number 1 of the last series, it was just the gyrocopter IO, and then it was suddenly like Aghanim Scepter, bang, 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 and everything went to hell for him. But regardless, no Wisp so far taken in this one. We also want to give a little bit of context to all those fine folks out there as to what's going on with both of these teams. Infamous so far 0-0-3 in the group stages of Group A, and iG.Vitality 0-1-2. So the scary part about this is that if you are iG.Vitality and you lose this game, there's a decent chance you could go out in the first round. And if you're Infamous, you just got to win this game. Otherwise, you're almost for sure going out because everybody else is pretty much ahead of you at this point. It's a battle for the bottom between Infamous, iG.Vitality, and OG right now in Group A. Things a lot more tenuous in Group B, but these teams, they need a win here.
Yeah, when you say bottom, does that mean like bottom or bad? Is that the word you combine?
I meant battle of the bottom. That's what I meant. Yeah, bottom. I like that. That's good. I mean, all of these teams are very good, but it's looking rough this tournament. We'll
Infamous is not looking good. I'm not sure they shifted into this new meta. I would give iG.Vitality like 65, maybe even 70% in this matchup. Dogfights, man. We casted the game yesterday where he played a mean Tusk. Like, he's making a difference. He's a position 4 hero, that player that makes a lot of space for his team. At one point, he was involved in every single kill.
For his entire team, not the other team.
Yeah, I'm not talking about 5-minute mark. He was involved in 12 out of 12 kills, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, it's nuts. He's an incredibly talented player, and it's somebody that people have been hyping up for a long time. And again, talking about the history of iG.Vitality in this organization, there's been a couple of star players that have come out of this. You've got Paparazzi previously, who's obviously moved on to bigger and better things, and Dogfights is one of the other ones that stayed behind. I've always sort of felt like this is a lineup that stuck together through thick and thin. But now Miracle comes in. They also switch out their mid player, who at times I felt like had held them back a good amount, Sakata. And now they've got this other guy, Half, who showed up pretty well the other day. I was sort of impressed with them. But they just haven't really been able to put it all together this tournament. But they're a team that you probably want to watch out for in the Chinese qualifiers for TI as the time goes on.
Yeah, it feels like iG.Vitality is just an academy to scout out the good players, and then they shift them to the better teams.
It's true, right? It's sort of like Empire of old, how it used to be for Na'Vi. I mean, no offense, but yeah, that's that's how it was. That's what was happening. We'll keep it real. But nonetheless, Witch Doctor, Leshrac with the Jakiro, and now a Lifestealer taken. So very strong laning hero. Why do you think they decided to go with Lifestealer this round?
Because probably their captain picked it. I mean, it's good against these heroes, but even when I'm thinking about it, Leshrac is good against the Lifestealer. When his rage is down, even if the rage is up, actually, he can just deal a ton of damage with the Diabolic Edict, and Lash is such a fast-moving hero with the talent, naturally builds into Yule Scepter. Like, Lifestealer can't really focus him in the fights.
Yeah, it's a tough one. You need that like hardcore lockdown, which they kind of have from Sand King, but that means that you're leaving like the other heroes open and available to gank them as well. So we'll see. I would like to see maybe iG.Vitality go for a vision-oriented hero then, so that they're not the ones getting initiated on constantly. That could be kind of cool. Maybe a Night Stalker or something like that. I wouldn't mind it. Oh, it's already banned out. Banned out first. That makes sense.
They're gonna need something that goes through the BKB.
Whoa.
Not too many heroes can man fight against the Life Stealer. Troll is still in the pool. Maybe that's the reason why they picked the Omni Knight. I mean, Omni Knight is just good in general against heroes like a Sanking or Jakiro. And Omni, dear God, he's been nerfed for every single patch in the previous 6 months. I mean, he has been overbuffed, to be honest.
Well, and I don't know what the thought process is. I guess it's just that you can go for an ultimate and then Lifestealer is not going to do all that much. But I don't know. There's nothing that really sticks out to me about this being like a particularly good Omni game. Maybe they're going to go like Morphling or something, and then they can go for like the Morph targets allies. I know that Miracle does like that hero.
Double heal, double repel.
Yeah. That could be kind of cool. Or maybe they just like Omni. I don't know.
I'm just thinking about this Witch Doctor. It just doesn't feel strong at all. It's still a decent hero, but with the nerfs to the Maledict, I'm just not feeling it anymore. Even though I should feel it in my bones, as it says.
Feel it in your bones. Have you seen that music video?
Yeah, man, that's one of my favorites.
It's so good. One of my favorites.
Oh, yeah. Look at it go.
I showed that to my
Roll
wife,
the
and she
barrel.
loved it too. She was like, "Oh my god, it's amazing! I want to play Dota now."
But I show it to people who are not Dota related.
Yeah.
Just watch this masterpiece.
It's great. Nyx Assassin taken now for Infamous. Nice Infest ganker, and the snap pick of the Terrorblade by IGV. So they're just going to run at your buildings, take them on down. I'm a little bit concerned if there's ever a point where Terrorblade is just like solo farming, Nyx Assassin could be on him and just blow him up in an instant.
Yeah, that's true. Maybe they want to even get the Invoker. This could possibly be a good Invoker game. With the Sunstrike, maybe that's the reason why they banned out Kanka, or they want to go something like Alina. Alina is a decent matchup against the Leshrac.
Yeah. Oh, DK, more push.
Okay, so it means that Leshrac is the support hero. OD is still in the pool. It's gonna shift things around. Good against the Omni Knight, goes through the Guardian Angel. Good against the Terrorblade Illusions, and especially against the Dragon Knight. So that should be the hero that Infamous is looking into.
Okay, I'm down with that. It's a kind of a weird team fight thing from Infamous. It's like it feels like it all has to start with the Sand King. I guess the next assassin could make things happen. Oh,
or this, yeah, okay. So it's pretty much the same concept. Timbersaw, they don't have anything to burst this Timbersaw down. Dragon Knight naturally builds into a Shadow Blade, so I can expect him to go Silver Edge and break the Timbersaw at one point. But pretty much every time I see, let's say, a free Storm game, a free Timbersaw game, it's just 80 to 85% that this team is going to win. Even though I would say that iG.Vitality is a better team, but I love the Timbersaw pick.
this is great. I really do as well. It's one of my favorite heroes also, and it feels like it's just so good against Terrorblade all the time. You burn through those illusions incredibly fast. You kind of just own them in lane, and like you even build up stacks from the illusions really quickly too. So even if you do manage to sort of get on top, the one scary part is that in the laning stage, if you get shut down on Timbersaw, it hurts. Although Pepita is their mid player, so I think he's going to be going against Dragon Knight.
Yeah, that's also a good matchup for a Timber. Even though Dragon Knight is gonna farm, you really can't shut down Dragon Knight from farming. But once you get to level 6, even before, if someone rotates with what's his spell build? I don't even know never know which is the second, which is the first. With the Whirling Death and Reactive Armor, just removing the stats from him, you can easily kill him, I think.
Yeah. I was kind of wondering if it'd be worth it to try and stick Miracle against the Timbersaw mid. Like, if you get early level of Metamorphosis and just start, punching him back a little bit, it can be tough. But I guess maybe it's better to not try and sacrifice your Terrorblade or your DK. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how it works out.
They're just going to put Terrorblade on the safe lane and have him farmed. Timber.
Oh, look at this. Down bottom. They're going to a disco joint. There's the disco ball going. He was doing some breakdancing as well. Mr. Mouse. Oh, come on. Do your taunt. What are you doing, Lifestealer? You got to make it happen. Dogfights is feeling himself. You got it too. Oh, they got to be careful, though. Impale move from Matthew. Dogfight's in some trouble. They're turning this, though, with the coconuts, and Dogfights finds the Earth Split, and now Z running down again. They might be able to do it. He takes stun level 1 and now goes on to Excel trying to find the body blocks. The stun misses because of the body blocks. What have you done? And now he's going to pop the salve, try and run, but Excel might go down nonetheless to the right clicks. Insanity as he gets his second stun off. They find the other one. It hits there onto Matthew. And actually canceling the attack animation for Injuly to give the kill to his Dragon Knight. What in the hell?
Dragon Knight is out of mana. He used 2 Dragon Tails. Okay, he has another one ready. Who's picking up the runes?
Lifestealer got one of their bounty runes in spite of all of that.
So it means 1, 2, 3 for Infamous.
He has open wounds. He needs to be careful here. They can maybe chase this down and trying to go for the stun, able to dodge away from it. Nice as well. And they are going to actually get out on that Lifestealer, but he kind of has to be careful. I guess that with the Witch Doctor TPing away, it's no longer an issue.
Yeah, they're going to need to help Terrorblade on top. Witch Doctor TP'd right away, so he can zone out the Sand King. Has stun ready. Also Reflection, just to try to deal some damage and have a vision on him. On the bottom lane, Injuly goes down. I don't think this lane is particularly strong. Lash has no region left. If they decide to go on one of the heroes with open wounds, even though Lifestealer is out of mana, has a mango to pop, they can easily score a kill on one of these heroes, especially Lash. Like Lash has 500 HP.
Yeah. Well, and meanwhile, mid lane, it is Pepita squaring off against the Dragon Knight. He's going to try and do the best that he can to just keep on regenning, and I'm assuming punching the Dragon Knight over and over and over again. And it does a lot of damage. It's not easy, especially since DK has that point in stun. He's not able to outlast hit him with the Breathe Fire damage reduction. Yeah,
that's true. I mean, did he get the last hit on the bottom? Yeah, he got one of the kills, so at least he's gonna get something out of that. But Pepita is gonna have an upper hand in this matchup.
Look at Super here. He's manning up. Get over here, Stinger. Does still have that stun with his heal going constantly. He's giving him the punches and, well, forces the Sand King back. Oh, going in the mid lane. Half trying to run away, but with another Timber Chain up, and also he's going to have the Whirling Death. Half may be in some trouble. He has enough mana for both of them if he pops his Mango. And he's thinking about it. He actually has enough for both regardless, but not going to decide to go for that kill.
Yeah, he's not going to go for the kill because he can't kill him.
Thank you.
It's hard to kill him, and I love the build on Dragon Knight because he picked up the stun level 1. He just went 2 points in Dragon Blood, and I mean, he doesn't even have mana to cast Breathe Fire.
Yeah. Does look like he wants to go for that Soul Ring eventually to help alleviate that issue. But so far, 1-2 in the kill department, and lane-wise, we do see the Lifestealer having a pretty good time. It's basically all of Infamous that are leading the CS, not by a huge amount, except for this Sand King, who's kind of been hurting a little bit, and well, stun comes out. He's still able to contest. Matthew moving in as well. If they can hit the Impale, looking for it, thinking about it. The connection is there with the Fairy Fire coming through, though, and Super always on heal. He's going to be fine.
Yeah, he has 1 point in heal. That's a really defensive build on top. They kind of secured the lane bottom for a Lifestealer, so he can get some of the CS, and now they need to help out the Sand King because he's not getting much out of this lane.
So as far as the early movement and everything is going, Timbersaw able to kind of just I won't go as far as to say dominate, but have a very nice time against this Dragon Knight at the very least. And now Dragon Knight picking up the Soul Ring. Things might get a little bit harder for Pepita, because DK should be able to outlast hit him.
Yeah, Timbersaw will have an upper hand, but the Dragon Knight will easily catch up. If they rotate Sanking or Nyx Assassin to the mid, when Pepita gets level 6, they could score a kill. Also, there's Invis Jakiro, but the lane is pushing, so he can't do anything. Back to the bottom lane.
I will say I also really like the combination that you have of Jakiro and Timbersaw on the same team. As he gets those points up in reactive armor, you just tank the tower, and then Jakiro keeps on hitting a dual breath, or rather a liquid fire onto the tower. Could be good. Alright, dual breath onto 2. Injali going to take some damage. He does have an early point in repel, but no need to use it yet. Saving it for that open wounds if MNZ goes for it.
Yeah, I see when Omni Knights don't even get point in repel until level 7, 8, 9.
Oh,
huge
Miracle.
Mistake.
Taking a lot of damage here. You do have the heal coming in from the Witch Doctor, trying to survive through it. He turns around and gets the kill, but he will lose his life for the trouble, and Matthew doesn't look like he's quite going to be able to finish that off.
How's this fair? Like, at 5-minute mark, Matthew gets almost 500 gold for a kill.
What?
I think that's way too much.
Yeah, that's what happens when you get a solo kill basically onto a core. It's the way that the net worth stuff all works out now. And now you look at the Nyx Assassin, he's basically got his arcanes.
Yes.
Yeah, it's pretty nuts.
I mean, he got 500 gold almost, and still iG.Vitality is leading. There's the level 6 rotation I was talking about. Dragon Knight goes down pretty quickly with Pepita and rotation from Jakiro.
Yeah, he has 3 points.
Yeah, you can expect these kinds of things to happen. And just think that way. What is enemy team gonna do? Can they kill me if they rotate? And then you can adjust. This is the job of a position 4/5 hero, so they can rotate to adjust what enemy team is doing.
And what's crazy about this too now is like Old Stinger, he just hit level 4, but for a while it was like Miracle almost being zoned out by it. They do find the stun now onto Jakiro, and we'll be able to find a kill. Half picks that one up. But substantial damage done to the tier 1 tower in the mid lane. You never like that if you're a DK when they're taking your tier 1 before you do.
Yeah, I mean, their tier 1 tower is full HP at this point, but Pepita is pressuring really well with the Soul Ring, level 3 reactive armor. You just can't harass Timbersaw. We discussed that it's going to be a free Timbersaw game. I just want to see the item that he goes for. Lotus Orb is going to be such a boss item this game at one point.
Super, taking a lot of damage here. The Spike Carapace, but it's not going to be enough, I don't think. They could Burrow Strike, but it's a little ways away, and Dogfights rotates in, puts the kibosh onto that. Do they decide to turn onto him? Enough for an Impale here as well as the Mana Boots, but maybe a bit too scary to try and go for the full commitment on that. As Pepita hits level 7, 4 points in reactive now. He can just tank the tower indefinitely.
And that's so annoying to play against. Like, they don't have any kind of burst damage. So this Timber, unless he goes way too deep and they rotate 3 heroes at least, this Timbersaw is not gonna die.
Yeah, you just still stay here and be perfectly fine with it. You can back out again once the creep wave is all the way dead, but they're going to rotate towards top now, see if they can find dogfights. They do have a ward in the area that spots him out. Impale from the fog. They catch that guy. Burrow Strike is there. Pop Metamorphosis from Miracle. All the stuns have been used at this point. They need to back out. Old Stinger hit with the Melody, drop the Sentry Ward immediately, and that's a dead Sand King.
That's a good Sentry Ward. They placed it to get the Sand King and also devoured it at the same time.
Very nice.
Very indeed.
Look at Pepita.
They should rotate one of the heroes to the mid again and pressure the tower. Ideally, it would be a Jakiro that can deal some damage to the tower as well. I wonder what the skill build on the Timbersaw is going to be this game. Like, most of the time you just need to get a hood, but there's not too much magic damage anyway. Wow. There is Lashrak deals some, there is Breathe Fire, Maledict, but that's pretty much it. Omni Knight is pure, Terrorblade is just pretty much full physical, So he might go for a Bloodstone right away.
Yeah, he could definitely. And oh, Miracle. They missed the stun. He turns it around with the Sunder. Oh, what a play right there as well. They take him down.
What a play, or what a mistake from a Sand King.
Yeah, that's a fair point. I'm not going to lie to you. Still, it's Timbersaw leading the charge, but that kill right there helps out Miracle a lot. And he has his treads now. Can even pop the Mango to get back up to full, but the rotation in from Pepita means this tower might not be long for this world, and Terrorblade, I think, needs to get the hell out of Dodge.
I love what they did, iG.Vitality. They moved Dragonite to the bottom lane, and they pressuring the lane and the tower with the Omni Knight. So Leshrac gets some XP and the gold on the mid lane, and he can pretty much kill the creep wave with his Lightning Storm. So Pepita can't pressure the tower, even though Pepita is stopped.
Well, you know, that's how it goes. Miracle is farming jungle right now. They're going to bring in July Pepita going forward onto Super. They do have the Repel to keep him alive, but that might just mean that July is going to be the next target, and Pale is going to be there. He's got the full combination to come through, and misses the chain, though, and July ran at yet again. He is going to drop, so they get the Omni Knight kill, while Sand King goes down to half. Well, now Dogfights takes down Excel. So all around the map, lots of kills happening, while the pressure is going onto the towers.
And these are not good good trades for Infamous. They lost the bottom tower, they still didn't kill the top, and they're getting a lot of giving away a lot of kills to iG.Vitality.
Definitely not what you want. But I like what you said there about the Leshrac too, because it feels like this is a hero that's going to need to make a lot happen for them in this game. Like, he is the burst to deal with the Timbersaw, and he's starting to get some of those levels. Has a point in his ultimate now. But you mentioned it. It is going to be a Bloodstone first for Timbersaw, it feels. Has that Perseverance coming out to him. While Lifestealer has a Catapult. And they're going to hit the tower with it. He finds it funny too.
And he even gets the last hit.
That's great. Mid lane. Pressure onto the tower. Looks like Timbersaw wants to come and defend. They do have Maledict available. He needs to be careful here. This is a lot of damage that's going to come through. They're going to be able to find a kill onto Pepita. Oh man, it can't happen.
I mean, Timbersaw is a good pick this game, but you really can't just go in with 0 armor into Dragon Knight, Witch Doctor, and Terrorblade with meta up.
And July also dies. Rather, Stinger dies to July down bottom. The rotation from Dogfights. It feels like iG.Vitality are making all the right moves right now.
Yeah, they're playing well considering that they are facing the Timbersaw, but Infamous is giving away a lot of unnecessary kills. Look at the vision. Every single ward is placed on top side of the map, north side, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
There's no vision on the bottom besides one Radiant ward that's gonna expire in the next 5 seconds.
Well, and maybe they can try and play around those wards themselves, but I do kind of feel like if you get this hood on Pepita instead of the Bloodstone, you're going to be basically invincible. It could be tempting to fail, but maybe he just doesn't need to play that aggressive next time around. Dogfights, they're nearby with Matthew. There's the Impale that comes out. They find the kill on the Leshrac. Easy peasy.
What is Lifestealer? Yeah, he's building into Radiance. It's kind of a classic build against the Terrorblade. The Radiance burns through the illusions, especially when you have this second core that relies on the right click, like a Dragon Knight. Dragon Knight picked up a Shadow Blade, so they can easily set up ganks right now.
And, well, they're not nearby with the Dragon Knight up top to kill off that Lifestealer. He's probably one of the harder ones to take out. But, yeah, if this Dragon Knight can get into position, with this little gank squad coming in, they can kill just about anybody, I think. They are going to run into SL, and they will find a stun in a second here. They don't want to walk uphill into that. Very scary. They are underneath the sentry ward. They spotted out. The great reaction from Stinger. They find a boat. A ton of damage there as well. Super trying to channel his ultimate for all he's worth, and Pepita's starting to fall a little bit low, but they aren't doing enough damage. They pop the Spike Carapace from Matthew, but that doesn't break the channeling from the Death Ward. 3 dead.
Looks so promising with the double man burrow strike, dodge from the stun, but there's no follow-up damage. Sanking does not have a point in the epicenter. Like Timbersaw does not deal that much damage at this point. He died twice, which sets him quite back.
Yeah.
4,000 net worth lead for iG.Vitality. I wonder if DK is just gonna go for straight Silver Edge. I think that should be the right play. Just break the Timbersaw. You can also break the Lifestealer.
Very strong. And, you know, obviously, if the stacks are already there, it's not going to take them away. But they've seen sometimes the Timbersaw not being incredibly diligent about keeping those stacks up at all times. So, could be something very effective. Pepita still dreams of that Bloodstone. But is going to be another rotation up towards top. Rage has already been used. Oh, and this should be a dead Lifestealer. They find him, and it's easy as pie.
Why is Rage on cooldown? Is he farming with the Rage? I didn't see what happened though.
Yeah, that's what it looked like. I'm not exactly sure.
Well, they're gonna punish that mistake if that's what happened. Otherwise, you can always TP out with the Rage. They have nothing to stop and nothing that goes through the BKB.
Matthew just going to use his ultimate right there. He already had it up and super kept alive in July, but it was going to wear off anyways, so fine pickup there. And now, dog fights as well as Miracle just holding on in the jungle, trying to get their farm up while finding ganks whenever they need to. Things have been looking great so far for iG.Vitality. 6,000 gold up.
Yeah, Sanking has a Blink Dagger, so they should try to smoke, try to take a fight. The Bloodstone will be up, so the timing is good for them. But the problem is Lifestealer is not going to have his Radiance for the next 3/4 minutes, depending how this game goes. And right now, Lifestealer has what your Lifestealer has at 4-minute mark. Like, these are the items. He doesn't do anything better. He just has more levels at this point.
Yeah. Definitely needs to get that one finished off. And with Bloodstone done now and Radiance about 1,000 gold away, it would be a really big time for iGV to try and make a move happen themselves. Although they are going to finish off this Ancient stack first. Sanj and Yasha looks like it's going to be the pickup for the Dragon Knight. So extra movement speed, tanking up a bit. And the scan will reveal that Dogfights is there. So he farms out the wave and gets close to a mechanism on the Lesh.
It feels like they want to close out this game. They can easily take down the Roche. But once they gather in front of your base, what are you going to do? Jakiro, 1-on-1 point in Ice Path, no points in Macropyre so far. I don't like that build, but 4 points in Liquid Fire, like you can't really get close to deal the damage.
Pepita very close to being taken down there in the top lane. As soon as you finish that Bloodstone, the last thing in the world you want to do is lose those early charges. So, Radiance almost there, like we were talking about for the Lifesteal. And yeah, you can see he is using Rage to farm, so that must have been what that was earlier.
Oof, that's... I don't remember seeing that ever. Like, this is your escape tool, especially
Look at him.
In the games. Well, he wants that Radiance ASAP.
Yeah. They're pinging him right now. What are you doing? No, I think that was Omni Knight saying, let's go after this guy. But the Radiance is now there. And we can go for an Infest gank very shortly if they want to. Smoke up from iGV. As they head into the jungle, there is a lot of Infamous here, and they are also getting into a position where they're going to smoke and run into each other. Matthew,
no.
he has Vendetta. They mine him immediately. There's going to be the jump out. And he does have Rage available now, and, well, there's going to be the break immediately of the Death Ward. Not bad at all. A lot of damage there onto these guys as they pop the Guardian Angel now, and Old Stinger taking the damage. They find the stun onto 2 Dogfights, makes it happen, and they're going to lose the Timber as well.
What a mistake from Infamous. Like, Lifestealer infested Nyx Assassin, and he didn't turn off the Radiance. Even if he used the Vendetta, they would still know that you're there.
Well, very tough situation now. You lose so much gold from that, and now a 9,000 gold lead for iG.V. And it feels like they're in firm control of this game.
Yeah, this could be a set of Raxes, easily. Turboblades, meta is up for the next like, 10 seconds, maybe a bit less. No epicenter.
Well, Lifestealer does have a TP scroll. He can get there quickly if he wants to. But right now, it is iG.V again going to back out. They might go for a turnaround, though. They find the stun there onto the Sand King. That's all their team fight in the world. They're taking him down. He's going to die. Jakiro's also gone. Lifestealer's still split pushing while this is going on. But they are going to lose a tier 3 tower at the very least.
Yeah, this is going to be set of Raxes. They can't really do anything about it. Omni Knight has all of his spells ready. Turboblade has a Sunder with 2 points in Edict. They can just demolish these Raxes.
And it feels like maybe the game plan now is to change it up, see if they can maybe cancel some TPs on the way back, but looks like iG.V are going to get out of there, and that is a full set of racks down at 20 minutes.
Now this doesn't look good for Infamous at all. Once the meta is up, they can either go Roche, or they can try to siege. Like you can just put Terrorblade with Repel in the front line. I don't think they even have enough burst damage to take him down. He has full SNY and has a Dragonlance completed, so he's tanky. He's gonna have around 2000 HP if he uses Strength Threads.
It's kind of nutty, man. This is definitely feeling like it's just snowballed completely. Like, it didn't feel that bad coming out of the laning stage. Infamous were doing good stuff, but just those couple of first rotations, iG.V just on top of it.
Yeah, and this Timbersaw,
yeah,
it doesn't really feel like a hero anymore. Like, you need to keep the pressure with the Timbersaw snowball, but it just doesn't feel right when the other team is playing with 13,000 network lead, 21 minutes in. They only got 6 kills, which is pretty insane in my opinion, considering that they have a Nyx Assassin, a Timbersaw, a Sand King. So these are like heroes that can kill people a lot.
Yeah.
Knight is in.
Oh, they're going again, and that's going to be the initiation right off the bat. They find it. He ends up being stunned. They have a Burrow Strike. No, the Coconuts hits him on the high ground. They know he's there now. Oh, Old Stinger just trying to run and hide. There's the blink away. Ice Pat down. They do spot out a cell, though, and going to chase this guy down. As in July spots out a couple more. They're running, and they want to find the Sand King. Purification not quite there in time, and they will be able to get out, but looks like Jakiro is going to be the one left behind yet again, as Miracle just beats them all to hell. Dogfights picks up the kill.
That's a full Guardian Greaves. Look at the items stacking up on the side of iG.V.
They're monsters.
Terrorblade, oh my god, Terrorblade is so close for a full butterfly.
Yeah, this is feeling real hard now. I mean, you've got like now the Aegis as well. I believe this is Cheese, if I'm not mistaken, or is this the first Roche?
This is the first one.
Okay. Well, first Roche goes over to Terrorblade. If that means if he wants to, he can just go for the full butterfly and probably be fine.
So, Gem picked up on an Omni. They want to close this game in the next 2-3 minutes.
Yeah.
They want to get rid of the Vision. They don't want to get the surprise stunned by Nyx Assassin. They want to see a Sand King once he initiates because he has no other defensive items. Nyx Assassin just trying to cut the creep wave.
I mean, there's not a whole lot else that they can do at this point. Pepita did go back to finish the whole pipe. But right now it's Matthew that will be going for this creep cut, like you said, maybe? Well, maybe not.
Okay, maybe he just wanted to kill the chicken, but I mean, he could have farmed the whole creep wave. Has a double damage. These creeps will die.
He's leaving that for Pepita. Pepita's going to get that creep wave. You got to ration creep waves at this point, Lacoste. The game is hard. Oh no, Pepita. Well, instead they're just going to take the easier kill. The Jakiro, take him down.
Arrowblade, not really good at math. He wanted to buy full butterfly, but he lacks some of the gold.
Yeah.
Even sold a couple of the items, but not enough.
Well, he does have the Eagle Song now. He's going to pop Metamorphosis if he wants to, or they can just take down the tower without it and save it for the next round of pressure. Pepita pops the pipe, walks in towards them as well, trying to do whatever damage they can. There's the Impale that hits onto 2 of them. The Epicenter coming in as well, and that feels real bad. Terrorblade just going to rip him asunder, and that is GG, well played.
Nothing about it. After a couple of weird movement around the map, I gotta give credit to iG.Vitality. They played really calm, and they're not afraid to go for the objectives when they have the lead. Like, this is the kind of teams that I like to see when they don't want to drag anything. It's time to close the game. We go and we close the game.
Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Well, game 2 is coming up right around the corner, ladies and gents. iG.Vitality won that one. Let's see if we can catch up with what's going on around the rest of the league as well. If we take a look at the rest of the games from today, so Vici were able to 2-0 LGD. That's really big news. Obviously, we saw the 1-1 and then Newbie 2-0 Vega. That's less big news.
Who 2-0'd LGD?
Vici.
Oh.
Yeah. Real big.
Group B, man, is so stacked.
It's crazy. It's so insane how far... I feel like Group A is much less, or a much easier group. Secret was able to get 1 win over to IG. They still have another game to play, and then Mineski OG, I think, is still happening on the main series. But we'll be back in just a little bit with our second game of Infamous versus iG.Vitality. We'll see you guys in a second for that one.